Finally, I'm ready. Hello, everybody.
Hello, Venerable Sir.
Nice, thank you very much for waiting. And so I think we can probably start with reading right away, and then I will be giving precepts to you and the teens as well. So I need to get that ready as well.
I'm sorry for being late, Venerable Sir.
Okay, we actually didn't even start.
Oh.
So today we do not have many people coming. So who is here? We have...
Valentina and May aren't here.
And the rest are here?
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Emily today. So let's look at 175. Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, I'm ready.
Once the Buddha told a story of the past that was about a bhikkhu who was devoted to generosity. And one day some bhikkhus were talking about that bhikkhu that had excellent qualities. And the Buddha heard what they were saying, and he went to see that bhikkhu and asked if it was true then that he was devoted to generosity. And he answered that it was true. Then the Buddha told the story of the past. Long ago, the Bodhisattva was born in an extremely wealthy family, and after his dad's death, he was the owner of all his family properties and business. Then he thought he had too much money, so he decided to give alms. Then it turned into a family tradition. And one day, the sixth generation in line broke the family tradition, and his other generations taught him a lesson by giving him wise speeches and faking that they were dead. The end.
So, what do you want to say by the picture? Why does the king say no?
So the king was the sixth generation in line, and he was stingy and greedy. And he broke the family tradition by not giving alms, and he broke down like a building filled with like
It was
made
made
of
for the
alms.
donations. I see.
Yeah. And then the first generation that is the bhikkhu there, no Brahmin.
I see. Okay. Oh, and he came to admonish the king.
Yeah, he came down with the other generations from heaven
Oh, wow. Interesting.
to teach him a lesson.
Thank you. I think it is stingy. Let me see.
Stingy. Stingy.
Oh, okay.
All right. Stingy. All right. Great. So, thank you very much. Let's continue. Let's continue to 182. Oh, Valentina is not here. So 183. Oh, May is not here. So 180. Zue, are you here? Yes. I'm ready.
Jataka 180, the physician. Wait, the Buddha shared a story about a Brahmin while staying in Jetavana. This Brahmin was clearing land for farming in Savatthi. When the Buddha asked about his work, the Brahmin said he was making a field. Wanting to help, the Buddha let him continue, and the Brahmin promised abundant alms. Sadly, his crops were washed away, and then the Buddha offered support, leading the Brahmin to attain the first path. The Buddha then recounted a past tale about two brothers in Varanasi. The elder one, initially disinterested in becoming prince, lived with the merchant. Greed led him to challenge the prince, and Saka, observing, devised a plan. Disguised as a Brahmin, Saka deceived the king, causing his downfall. A wise physician later cured the king's illness by advising him to let go of grief. Following this wisdom, the king embraced asceticism and was reborn in the Brahma heavens.
Oh, I'm having a problem. Okay. Oh, this is so important. Yes, this is an important story from Dhammapada. Mm. Yes, it's very interesting. Even greed, even the desire to give something to someone creates a problem. It is a good thing, the desire to give something to someone. But it's even better if you have the full understanding of impermanence and there is no more attachment. It is not practical at this level where we are not fully enlightened, but that's the aim, that's the goal. So we still should be attached to do good deeds. We should definitely engage in good actions. But if the good actions do not work out well, we definitely should not be sad. We simply accept it as the nature. Then later, when we achieve the full enlightenment, we may be able to do good deeds entirely without any attachment. But we definitely need to engage in good deeds. They're the basis of our happiness, of our success, of our health, of human being, of everything that we have. All of that is thanks to doing good actions. Right, 182. Here we have it. So Valentina, Andre. Valentina is not here. 183 also not, so 184 by Tenzan.
Jessica 184, Revenge Backfire. Once people were fighting for water, so the Buddha told a story of the past. Once a lion was hunting and waited for his prey under a pandana tree. When a gust of wind blew a dead branch on the lion's shoulder, the lion jumped back and thought he was attacked, but he saw nothing. He thought it was the deva of the pandana tree, and because he did nothing wrong, he seeked revenge on the tree. When a wheelwright came by to find wood, the lion told the wheelwright that the pandana tree was the best to make wheels, so the wheelwright followed his advice. When the deva saw this, he decided to kill the lion before he died, so he told the wheelwright that lion hides made the wheel better, so they both ended up dying. The Buddha concluded that how the lion died and how the lion killed the deva and the deva killed the lion. They each died, so it was better to live in harmony and peace instead of war.
There is a story, I don't know where is it from, but I heard a story of a snake and a fly. You know that story?
Venerable Sir, may I use the bathroom, please?
Yes, please. I cannot find the original story, but the story that I have heard was about a snake and a fly. A fly sat on the head of the snake, and the snake was so angry with the fly. And so the snake says, "Oh, you know what, fly? I will kill you." It's fine. And so the snake comes to the place where a cart, where like a vehicle is going. He put his head on the road with the idea that he will kill the fly. So then when the vehicle was going, the cart, killed the snake because the snake was lying on the road, right? And the fly just flew away. So the snake actually didn't kill the fly and the fly just flew away. Isn't that amazing? No idea where did I hear of this story. I don't know how to search it. So this was a little bit reminding. In the end, however, both of them died. They didn't know that they will die each other, but I found it interesting that the tree deity decided to kill the lion instead of saving itself. All right, so am I going to do that? Very nice, well written. But be careful, this word seeked is not an English word. Instead, how can I reply? Can I reply? Instead, in English, the past tense of seeked is sought. Okay? Sought. All right?
All right.
Very well. So let's continue. 185. We have that from Yamona and from Tiri. Yamona and Tiri. So Yamona, I'm ready.
Chapter 185, even faster than that. Long ago, the Buddha said that the decay of elements in life is the swiftest of all things. The bhikkhus talked about it, and the Buddha said, even as an animal, he taught this to the king. The Buddha was born as a golden goose, and the king wanted to be friends with him. One day, the king asked him to show his swiftness, so the goose explained to him the elements. The king wanted the goose to live with him and be his teacher. The goose refused because the king might want to eat him. The Buddha was the goose.
Very nice. Thank you very much. Well written. And now Tiri, super short. Tiri, are you here?
I'm here.
Okay.
Once a king saw a golden goose. The goose also was a king. The two youngest in the flock asked to race the son. He said no, but they didn't care. The goose king of the flock. I don't remember writing that sentence. Oh no. I was just reading it. The goose king saved them and beat the sun. He thought the other kings. He taught the other king, death is hundreds of thousands of times faster than him, who at his lowest speed could not be seen.
Okay. Can you always also include the story from the Buddha's time? Because I can see you are mentioning only the story from the past life, right? You could also mention at least a little, like, let's see, Yamuna has mentioned in very short way, in two sentences, the past life. The present life. Okay. So today's very fast. 85. Anything else today? Or we are done? We're done, right? You see, super fast today. Anybody would like to ask me any question about the Buddha's teachings? Anything you'd like to know?
Sir, sir, might not read 182.
I have skipped something? I thought 182. Oh, yes, your story. Yes, I see. Great. Thank you very much for the reminder. Oh, there we have it. Yes, I'm ready.
So once there were enemies of the Buddha who hired a woman to make the newly found Buddha less praised. So this hired lady pretended that the Buddha gave her pregnancy by telling people this and making it seem like her belly was big. Though when she accused the Buddha, Saka's cherry grew hot because of this, so he exposed the woman and she fell into hell. And the Buddha told that this was not the first time, and in the past he was a prince, and the king had left to fight some rebels, and that in his absence the Bodhisattva would be king. He was victorious. The king was the king was victorious, and someone told that his father, which was the king, was near outside of the walls of the kingdom. So the prince told everyone to get ready for his father's arrival. The queen felt passion for her son and tried to seduce him into enjoying pleasures of love. The prince was horrified and stormed off. The queen, before the son could, told the king, but it was fake, as she told the king that his son abused her. The king ordered him to be executed by throwing him off a hill despite everyone's wise advice. Though the prince did not die, as a deva saved him and he went into the Naga realm and then came back to become an ascetic in the Himalayas. The king came for a visit and talked with him and realized that the queen had tricked him, and she was executed.
Yeah. Sometimes life is a little difficult. If you see that people force you to do bad things and you reject to do bad things, you may get into a danger, you see. You will probably never get into a danger that a king will kill you. But see, even the prince here went into the danger. He didn't tell a lie. He didn't do a bad thing. He did not have, sexual intercourse with the woman, with his mom, right? And so what happened? So he was expected to die, right? Well, he didn't die, but in a normal case, probably he would die. And so, you see, we should not do bad things even if we are supposed to die. And in your life, you will probably, nobody will kill you if you tell the truth or if you do not tell the lie. Nobody will kill you if you reject somebody's advances in their sexual desires. All right, you may lose things, but you will not die. So you can always restart or you can recover. So we never do bad things just to avoid losing something or failing in something. No, we never do bad things. If you don't, there is a high chance that somebody else will be inspired by you. And there is a high chance that many people will be inspired by you. And so then you become a leader of the humankind, whether you like it or not. If you do a bad thing, then because others do it too, you only, how to say that? You only certify that doing bad things is the way to do it. So we do not do bad things. We do only good. All right, well written. Thank you very much. So anybody has any question, anything you'd like to say? We have some more time today. Yes, Emily?
So on Andre's story, I'm confused on the queen saying the sentence about the queen. It said the queen felt passion for her son and tried to
seduce him.
Him?
Seduce, yes. S-E-D-U-C-E, seduce. It means she tried to influence him to have sexual intercourse with her.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so the prince and the queen probably lived in one place. Now the king was coming. Now the king, as he was coming, before he would come, the queen suggested to her son that they will have sexual intercourse. The son rejected. So the queen, to preserve her reputation, she told to the king that actually the king's son has abused her. That means that he has raped her. Now the point here is that the queen was afraid that maybe the son will tell the king that the queen seduced the son. So the queen had to protect her. She had to protect herself from the potential son's, son's admonishment at the king. Does it still make sense? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
So the queen, to protect herself, instead of apologizing and saying that she'll do better, she said that it's the son who's the evil, even though she herself was the evil. In Myanmar, they call it the thief shouts, "Catch the thief." Do you understand that? The thief shouts, "Hey guys, there's a thief," and he points at someone else so that they do not catch him. It's a tactic. It's utter evil. There's probably no bigger evil than saying that somebody did some evil than to protect yourself from evil. It's so bad. Then an innocent person is punished, and the evil person is not punished. Two evils are done. Innocent person is punished, evil person is not punished. Evil person told a lie, and people think this person is pure. They like him. "Oh, thank you so much that you told us who is the thief." Okay, Didi?
I've asked this question before, but can't remember. Or I asked something similar to this question.
Whatever. Ask me the question and we'll see.
So, do bacteria and viruses live? Are they alive?
Sure, they're alive and they're living beings. But we cannot see them by a naked eye under proper light. Even though the eye is healthy. Naked means we don't use a microphone. So without a microphone, on a good light, with a healthy eye, we cannot see bacteria and viruses. So it doesn't count as kamma. But if you by a naked eye, means without a microscope, without what do you call it? Magnifying glass. Do you have a shorter word for magnifying glass? Like in Czech, we have super short word. We say lupa. Yay! And we know it's a magnifying glass. Isn't that better? So without it, healthy young eye under good lighting, if you can see it, cannot kill. No way. If you cannot see it, no problem. So, because, practically it would be a problem. If you could not kill bacteria and viruses, well, then you cannot even brush your teeth. And you also could not live anymore because your body automatically kills those bacteria and viruses every moment. You have millions and millions of bacteria and viruses in your body right now. Okay? And throughout your life, some of them you need, and some of them you kill automatically. So if the Buddha said don't kill them, well, then you would have to kill yourself. Doesn't make any sense. Yes, Tiri? Is it clear?
Oh. It's so we're not born as one then.
I didn't hear you.
Then we can't be born as one.
Let me?
No, then we cannot be born as one.
How to do it so that you're not born as a bacteria?
No. So is it like you're saying it's possible to be born as one?
I think so. I'm not aware of that written in our scriptures, but I think so.
Okay.
Yes, Emily? Emily, you can raise your Zoom hand, so you do not need to always keep this hand up. Okay, what is it?
So if you know that bacteria is everywhere, would that still count as killing?
No, because you cannot see it. I'm looking at my hand.
What about
In this hand, there are hundreds of thousands of bacteria. I'm looking at my hand. Cannot see it. And the very fact that I cannot see it by healthy, young eye under pretty good lighting means that it's fine. I can wash my hands.
What about if you know that a plant is a living thing, but when you step on grass, you kind of kill it?
Well, if grass and plants were living things, well, then you could not eat anything, right? Because most of our food is made of either plants or animals. So you would not get much to eat. You could theoretically have leaves, and you could theoretically have milk and things like that. But still, I don't think that would work. The Buddha explains that plants and trees do not have life. But there may be deities and there may be spirits in some plants and in many trees. Now, in one of the stories that you have read, the tree deity died when the what do you call him? Wood. Such a weird word. Do you remember anybody? The word? Wood. Anybody, if you remember, can you say it? The person who killed the tree deity.
Wheelwright.
Oh, wheelwright. Yes, thank you. So this wheelwright, he killed the deity by chopping off the tree. And I'm wondering whether that's probable. I'd say it is highly improbable. Because when you cut off a tree, the deities just have to move to another tree. They are not dead. Maybe this deity was maybe very old or maybe too much attached to the tree. Hard to tell. But I'd say that this is extremely rare if not simply not true. Because some of the stories in Jatakas are very dubious. Do you know the word dubious? Dubious means not reliable. Dubious. Who knows whether it's true? Dubious. Okay? Very strange and very improbable. Dubious. D-U-B-I-O-U-S. So the story in this story that a tree deity died upon cutting the tree is very dubious. And I would be inclined to say that there is a possibility that it did not happen. That it's only a fable. Do you know what's a fable? Fable, you know the word fable from fabulous? So fable means a story that is not true, that is made up to help you understand a deep problem. And the deep problem is that if you hate someone, they may hate you back. That's a deep problem. And this story was possibly made to explain to you that if you hate someone, they may hate you back. It possibly did not happen. I don't know. So that's my point. If you cut a tree, I'm sure no deity dies. Okay? They will have to search a different place to live with their family. If a deity lives there, there are many trees where are no deities at all. So that's my point. No life in plants and trees themselves, but they may be occupied like a house by a person. Imagine that you have a house and you come with a, how do you call them? Bulldozer? Do you have that word in English? Bulldozer? Let me see in English.
Sounds familiar.
It's called, yes, bulldozer or dozer.
Bulldozer? The types of machines to
Yes. Yeah, that destroys the houses.
Drill? Something like a drill, I think?
Not a drill, not a drill. I'll show you how a bulldozer looks like.
No, like a huge drill, like something like...
Not a huge drill either. It's a vehicle. It's a vehicle and it's big and it destroys things. Oh, I see. Well, this actually also can destroy some of the smaller houses.
Does it have like a ball stuck to a machine?
That's a different one. I don't know how that's called. Let me show you. Let me show you a bulldozer. It's like a dozing bull. That's how you write it. Bulldozer. Okay, a dozing bull. But it's not a bull. It's a vehicle. You see, and it goes like this, and it just destroys a house. If it's a small house, for bigger house, you will have something else. You will have a house destroyer. I don't know, how's that called? With the ball, right? I have seen a video of that.
I believe it's called a...
House demolisher. Let me see. Demolisher.
Sir, can I go to the restroom?
Yes, please. Cannot see it
It's
here.
called a wrecking ball.
Wrecking ball. There it is. Oh, that's so cool. Okay, so suppose that you come with this wrecking ball to a house where still is somebody living. Then it is possible that they will run out and just find a house somewhere else. But it is also possible that you will hit the person as you're hitting the house. So this is my point, that when you are cutting off a tree, the deity may run away before you harm the deity. Or they may not run away, and so they may die. So this is at this moment my theory. Not sure whether it's accurate or not. Anything else? Didi wants to say something?
So if you have a bacteria, would it technically be like a non-sensual life?
Excuse me? Would it be technically what?
A non-sensual life, like...
We call them unsentient.
What would you feel?
Non-sentient being. Non-sentient
No, unsensual.
being. That's not the correct way to say it.
No, I didn't say that.
You want to say sensual, but sensual actually means sentient. But you mean you want to emphasize that the person has hearing, seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, thinking. Is that why you want to use the word sensual?
I don't think a bacteria would have that. The bacteria have that.
That's the point. So sentient probably is better there, or why did you want to emphasize the senses?
I don't know.
Or did you mean sensual as that they are enjoying pleasures and suffering?
No, Venerable Sir, I think he meant like non-essential.
Non-essential.
No.
No, you didn't mean that either. So what did you mean, Thiri?
Like, do they have like the five senses and thinking?
I see, and that's why you would call it, I see, non-sensual. Okay, I see. So then you would probably
like
call it
some of the Brahma heavens.
Senseless being. Senseless. Okay, non-sensual. Why not? And bacteria, sensual. They definitely have mind, and we understand mind as one of the six senses. And they surely have bodily contact. They can know whether they're contacting something or not, and they may even have taste, so that they know whether what they are eating is what they want to eat or something else. Is it clear, Tiri? They surely have some senses.
So it'd be suffering?
Surely, they surely have some suffering and some pleasure.
Are they able to see?
They're in your body. They make up about 3% of your body weight and 10% of your body cells. Large part of your body are bacteria. Okay, Emily, what is it?
Is there a way that bacteria can still go to heaven?
I don't see any reason why they would not go to heaven. If they kill, steal, commit adultery, tell lies, or drink alcohol, which bacteria probably, except killing and stealing, probably they don't break. If they do not kill, if they do not steal, if they don't break the 5 precepts, then they do have chance to be born as a human or in heaven. But probably they will do it. So as soon as you fall into the world of animals, ghosts, or hell, it's very hard to get out, because there in those worlds, you feel like you must kill, steal, and so on. Like many humans believe that they must kill and steal. Many humans believe that they must tell lies and so on. Well, then of course, they will not get another human life, or probably they won't, and they will be very probably born in hell as an animal and as a ghost. And there they will just continue doing those things. But the fact that we have a human life is a proof that in the past we did follow the 5 precepts very well. Okay, Emily?
Okay.
Yamona?
How would a bacteria kill and steal?
Yeah, sure. Bacteria can kill other bacteria. If another bacteria is taking away the food of this bacteria, well, then this one will kill it if it can. Different bacteria have different abilities.
And also, if the wheelwright killed the lion and killed the deva, wouldn't he be the one doing bad deeds, not the lion or the deva?
I see you're asking who did the bad deed then. Was the wheelwright the killer, or was the lion the killer, or was the deity killer? Actually, all of the three were evildoers. All of the three were doing very bad deed. So the lion made sure that the deity will die. The deity made sure that the lion will die. The wheelwright killed the lion. The wheelwright didn't see the deity, so the wheelwright didn't have a bad deed for killing the deity. No bad deed. Zero deed for killing the deity, because the wheelwright didn't see the deity. Could not see it by healthy, naked eye under good lighting.
But he could see the lion.
But he did kill the lion, and that was a bad deed. So all three did a bad deed. And you may like to know that when monks kill a deity, monks actually break a rule. But in this case, it would be intentional. If the monk is unintentionally cuts a tree, a monk has broken a rule, but it's not a rule of killing, it's a rule of destroying plants. It's a different rule. Yes, Tiri?
Do bacteria have control if they kill or steal?
Excuse me? Do bacteria have control over that? Hard to tell. Think about it. What about, for example, a bird, or a bird that eats for example, an owl? Does an owl have power over its killing to decide, okay, so now I will not be killing any of the mice? Yeah, it has, but not easy. And I think with the bacteria, it will be the same thing. Okay?
What's an owl? What's an owl?
You don't know what's an owl? O-W-L? It's this little bird. It's this little or big bird that's the symbol of wisdom.
An owl.
Owl? Oh, you say owl? Okay, owl. Thank you. Okay, Tiri.
Oh, I forgot to lower my hands.
Yes, Emily?
So following Nimona's question, does a wheelwright, about the story, was the wheelwright alive because, it followed the lion's request?
I don't understand.
So, the lion told the wheelwright to, get the tree because, it was nice for building, maybe?
For making a good wheel?
Yeah. So does the wheelwright... Oh, is the wheelwright alive because it followed the lion's request?
Do you know what's a wheelwright?
No.
Wheelwright is somebody who makes wheels, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a job. It's a job of the person. Okay,
So
Tiri.
first...
Okay, Tiri.
So, if you had a person who was completely healthy, but then someone made the person unhealthy by doing whatever to their food, and then they died of the sickness, would that technically be a bad deed for the person who did the stuff? The things to the
If it was intentional, then yes, that's a bad deed. If it was not intentional, it's no deed at all. It still would count as a good deed.
What if you didn't want to
It would actually be a good deed. It would be a good action because this the second person gave food to the first one. So that giving of the food actually counts as a good deed. If the food was understood as healthy and helpful. If it was alcohol, then even if the alcohol was good, then it's actually a bad deed. Giving alcohol, giving drugs is actually a bad deed. But alcohol itself is poison. So giving a poison or giving an alcohol in the end is actually the same thing, because alcohol poisons you and poison poisons you as well. So if the person gave a healthy, good, nutritious food to the other one, but the food happened to be poisonous because of some bacteria or some problems in the food, maybe it was too old or maybe overfried or whatever it is, but the intention was to help the other person to have a nice meal and fill their stomach, then it's actually a good deed, even if the receiver of the food dies.
I see. But what if the person... Oh, I forgot. Never mind.
Okay. Anything else? Today, we're going a little bit over the time. But let's see. So, I would like to welcome Sandi, Yaza, and Aumau, and we can start with the precepts. So I would like to ask everybody to turn on your camera, turn on your microphone. And we will be reciting Okata before 3 refuges and 5 precepts, because that's the way it's done in Myanmar. And today let's recite in English. Excuse me, excuse me, excuse me.
Excuse me.
In order that all of the faults, sabbadosa,
In order that all of the faults, sabbadosa,
done by body, kaya kamma,
done by body, kaya kamma,
speech, vachi kamma, or mind, mano kamma, disappear.
speech, vachi kamma, or mind, mano disappear.
For the first time, for the second time, for the third time, patamadutiya tatiya.
For the first time, for the second time, for the third time, patamadutiya tatiya.
Completing 3 times, I respectfully and humbly
Completing 3 times, I respectfully and humbly
pay respect and worship the jewel of Buddha,
respect and worship the jewel of Buddha,
the jewel of Dhamma, the teachings,
The jewel of Dhamma,
Dhamma, the teachings,
and the jewel of Sangha, the community of monks,
and the jewel
the
of
jewel of Sangha, the community of monks,
the 3 jewels, and my parents and teachers, Venerable Sir.
the three
the 3 jewels, and my parents and teachers, Venerable Sir.
As a result, caused by paying respect,
as a result,
All caused by my paying respect.
may I be liberated and free from all.
May I be liberated and free from all.
4 realms of woe, 3 periods of disaster,
4 realms of woe, 3 periods of disaster,
8 wrong destinations, 5 enemies,
8 wrong destinations, 5 enemies,
4 disasters, 5 kinds of detriment,
4 disasters, 5 kinds of detriment,
96 kinds of disease, 62 wrong views,
96 kinds of disease, 62 wrong views.
and I want to achieve the peace of path, fruition,
and
I
I
want to achieve the peace of path,
fruition.
The noble Nibbana, venerable sir.
The noble Nibbana, venerable sir.
Okay, so let's start with the 3 refuges, 5 precepts right away. Yamahang vadami tang vadeta. Aham bhante. Tisaranena saha. Panchasilang dhammang yajami. Anuggaham katva. Silang deta me bhante. Anukampang upadaya. Dutiyampi aham bhante. Tisaranena saha. Panchasilang dhammang yajami. Anuggaham katva. Silang deta me bhante. Anukampang upadaya. Tatiyampi aham bhante. Tisaranena saha. Panchasilang dhammang yajami. Anuggaham katva. Silang deta me bhante. Anukampang upadaya. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa.
Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Namo tassa bhagavato arahato Namo tassa bhagavato arahato.
Yes, always please wait until I nod with my head so that you can stay somewhat at the same time. Buddhang saranang gacchami, dhammang saranang gacchami, sanghang saranang gacchami.
Buddhang saranang gacchami, dhammang saranang gacchami, sanghang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, dutiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami, dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Dutiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, dutiyampi saranang gacchami, dutiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami, tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Tatiyampi buddhang saranang gacchami, tatiyampi dhammang saranang gacchami, tatiyampi sanghang saranang gacchami.
Saranaгаmanang paripunnang. So, Yaza, what's the first precept?
No killing.
Panati pata vera manisikha padang samadhiyami. Yamuna, what is the second precept?
No stealing.
Adinadana vera manisikha padang samadhiyami. Zue, what is the third precept?
No sexual misconduct.
Yes. Kamesu michhajara vera manisikha padang samadhiyami. So, Tiri, what is the fourth precept?
No lying.
That's right. Musavada vera manisikha padang samadhiyami.
Sabadang Erami Sikapang Smadhyami.
And Sandy, what is the fifth precept?
No drugs or alcohol.
Sura meraya majjapamadatthana veramani sikkhapadang samadhiyami. Tisaranena saddhing panchasilang dhammang sadhukang surakkhitam katva appamadena sampadeta. May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you soon attain the eternal bliss of Nibbana. All right, so today we are over time. So hopefully you can meditate yourself at home, and we'll surely meditate next week. It was a pleasure to see everybody. Thank you for your questions, so I could clarify some important issues. If you have any more questions, you can of course contact me by email, monksaranna@gmail.com. Thank you very much for coming, and see you next week. May you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be successful in everything you do.
Goodbye, Venerable
Venerable Sir.
Yes, goodbye, everyone.
Venerable Sir.
Bye.